Hello, I am a Mi'kmaq elder from the Burnt Church tribe in Canada, and um, I'm also been recognized as a chief in Trinidad and South America. And I would like to begin my YouTube broadcasts basically on restoring our Native American culture that has really been through the ringer of assimilation through the years. And so I would like to see a restoration of our languages. I would like to see a restoration of our worldview. I would like to see a restoration of our teachings in the medicine wheel. I would like to see a restoration of our spirituality. And I just want to use this particular YouTube broadcast to give you a little update on who I am. My native name is Okinawa, bringer of light and life. I've also been given a Cherokee name. I've been adopted by the clan mother of the bird clan of the Cherokee, Dorothy Taylor, who was in the movie Last of the Mohegans. I've also been adopted by a Cherokee elder after doing a vision quest up at Snowbird, Cherokee. And that's where the full-bloods are. I've taught the youth there for 3 summers their culture. I've taught them flute, drum, dance. I'm a blow dart champion, and I've won for 5 years, and so I've taught them that, as well as principles on how to develop as leaders of their tribe. So I am adopted into the Chelagi, the Cherokee, but my tribal roots come from New Brunswick, Canada, the Burnt Church tribe. And so I am Mi'kmaq. My chief is Sukina, who is Inuit and Mi'kmaq, and I have been ordained by him. And so I've had a lot of adventures. I've lived up on 6 Nations, done ceremony up there, and I have a good friend who's a full-blood Mohawk, and also have been privileged to be able to be a part of a couple from Canada who together we carried the wampum of the Iroquois when we went to the World Indigenous Gatherings in South America 7 years ago. And we offered the message of the peacemaker to the president of one of the countries there, Suriname, and he accepted it because the flag of the Iroquois extends out as the message of the peacemaker to other nations. As a result, I believe that we as Indigenous people can be the carriers of world peace. Politicians have not done a good job at this. And so I also, along with this couple from Canada, who is Taino and Carib, we slept in jungles and went to different tribes. The tribes there are Carib, Arawak, Taino, and so on. And we had a chance to go and participate with other chiefs and tribal leaders in South America at the World Indigenous Gathering. This past summer, we were in Trinidad, and we were part of the Indigenous Week, and we danced and also marched in parades. We've been on TV. I was the only one to represent the U.S. in South America and did the Sacred Eagle Dance at the World Indigenous Gathering. And so I would like to be able to do some YouTube broadcasts to really express some of the wisdom that I have. I'm 78 years old. Like I say, I'm a tribal elder. And I'm also a powwow competitive dancer. I've done the men's traditional dances, warrior dances, sacred eagle dance, and so on. I've also been, for the last 4 years, arena director at the Packlet Powwow. And really, I'm a flute player. I do drum and a lot of dance and different activities such as blow dart gun and so on. I've been acknowledged by my tribe at the land of Two Sands as a holy medicine chief. And I've also ministered prophetically because I have a seer gift. I'm a Native American Two-Spirit, which I would like to do a presentation on the Two-Spirit at one of my video broadcasts. But as you know, Two-Spirits have more of a seer gift. And as a result, we have visions in Sweat Lodge and so on. I've attended World Indigenous gatherings. I'm acknowledged as a chief in Trinidad and in South America, and have been a part of participating in all their sacred ceremonies. We've been in the newspapers, TV, and so on over there. I've been ordained by my Chief Sukina, who's the head of Indigenous Messengers International. And through that ordination, have performed weddings and ceremonies in indigenous world. Excuse me a second. I also have performed different drum circles. I've done courses on Native American dance and spirituality, and done some work reconciling Cherokee tribes in South Carolina. There were two tribes, the Iroquois Cherokee and the Lower Cherokee, that were separated for a long time, but I've been a part of reconciliation of these two tribes through Dorothy Taylor, who's from the Iroquois, and also from Chief Norris's wife, Victoria, of the Lower Cherokee. Been a part of the forgiveness movement in Canada, where the Prime Minister actually repented for what was done in the boarding schools and asked for a response from the Indigenous tribes in Canada. And so friends of mine went to all the tribes and had a forgiveness covenant drawn up. 2 years later, there was a forgiveness summit in Ottawa, where it was a powerful act of saying, now that you've admitted that we were wrong in what was done in the boarding schools, we will forgive you. We're not interested in the money. We just wanted to hear that you were wrong in what took place back then. And as a result, things such as streams started filling up with salmon that had not been filled up before. The land started getting blessed. The Canadians won more in the Winter Olympics, and they protocoled the Indigenous tribes to do the ceremonies for the Olympics. And so I've been to Ottawa. I've been part of the forgiveness covenant there. I'd like to see the same thing happen in the United States. I'm also, I've done a lot of work with the medicine drum, and have written a lot of chants, and have written some flute songs as well. And I hope to be able to present some of this in my programming. I've hosted many Native American gatherings here in the U.S., and I've authored a book on First Peoples as well, called The Beauty and Honor of Indigenous Culture. I've taught different classes in museums and libraries to try to educate the Western world on indigenous values. I do believe that there are irreconcilable differences between the Western and the Native American worldview, which I'll get into another time. So I just wanted to introduce myself this time and to do this brief broadcast to let you know that I'm interested in cultural restoration and also imparting wisdom of the elders for the next generation. I visited many tribes just recently up in Wisconsin and out in Western Cherokee. And so I've had a lot of experience, and I would like to begin to allow the wisdom that the Creator has given to me to be broadcast on this YouTube. Thank you so much.